Hey everybody, Raul here for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we're going to look at another microphone. This is the AKG Ara. Now, you might be wondering, why are we looking at so many microphones? And in case you haven't noticed, I do a lot of interviews via Skype or via Zoom, and I like to have my best sound possible whenever I'm doing these interviews. Now, I have no control over what's at the other end of the camera, and many people will use their phone, their computer. Some people have some sophisticated equipment with booms and mics and the works. There's a wide range of things. This is a USB 2-pattern condenser microphone, and because it's USB, you don't have to have any additional interfaces to use this with your computer. Part of the other benefit is that they have priced this at a very reasonable level so that anybody that does interviews and wants to have their voice heard better, or if you're blogging or if you're recording your own music, you can have something that you can interface directly into your computer without having to get additional boxes, cables, or other things. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. So let's take a closer look at the AKG Ara by Harman. Inside of the box, what you're going to find is the microphone. It's already attached to the stand. You've got the USB cable, and that is USB-C to USB-A. You have a 3/8 to 5/8 microphone stand adapter so that you can use this with different size stands. On the paperwork side, you've got a quick start guide, you've got your regulatory documents, and you've got an Ableton 11 Lite registration card so that you can enjoy the benefits with Ableton Live 11 Lite. Now, when we look at the microphone itself, it has a very striking appearance, so it would look great if it's on camera. It's got kind of very cool, almost vintage kind of look for it. When we pick it up, it's got a nice solid weight, so it doesn't look like it would tip over. The stand itself isn't very wide, but with a low profile, I don't think it's going to be at any risk of tipping. When we look at the controls, very simple. The top knob allows you to either run from the front, so the microphone will pick up everything in front of it, or you can do front and back, which makes it omnidirectional, and it picks up everything kind of in the surrounding room. The bottom knob, you can control headphone volume, and this also will allow you to mute it if you tap the button in, so you can mute that function there. If you rotate the microphone to look at kind of the bottom port, it has that headphone jack so that you can monitor with no latency, and you've got your USB connection, and that is it. It's a very simple, elegant, looks like a very easy to use kind of setup. Let's put it to the test. Okay, let's do some sound samples on the Ara AKG. Start out with, I'm going to do vocal, going to do with my Native American flute, and I've brought my late 60s guitar that my dad gave me out of mothballs for this particular purpose. I'm focusing primarily on acoustics because that's what a microphone is best for. Many of you might go, well, why aren't we doing the bass? I prefer to go DI with bass into this kind of setting, but I think there should be some good tests. We're going to trial both the front setting and the omnidirectional setting. So let's start with front. Here we go. Hey, this is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the great honor and pleasure of chatting with, fill in your name here. There we have vocals. Let's try flute. Okay, let's try the guitar on the front. let's try the omnidirectional setting. Hey, this is Raul for Bass Musician Magazine, and today we have the great honor and pleasure of chatting with, fill in your name here. Time for the flute. Okay, let's try now omnidirectional with guitar. Okay, let's talk about some conclusions about the AKG Ara. To start out with, very easy to use. You don't have to download anything into your computer. You just plug it in and go. Controls are very simple with the omnidirectional or unidirectional options. You can make it work to whatever your needs are. And if you listen to the sound samples, I think especially if you listen to them with headphones, you will notice with the omnidirectional it gives you kind of more space, more room around it. It picks up. So if that's the kind of sound you're looking for, then that's perfect. If you have a lot of surrounding noise using the unidirectional, the sound was really good there as well. It just didn't feel as spacious to me when I listened to it, but you can be your own judge. Coming in at a very decent price point, the last time I looked, these were around $99. This is a very reasonable piece of equipment if you're going to be blogging or doing your podcasts or any of the things that require you having better sound. It's not a bad investment, and it is so compact and easy to use. One of the reasons I like this particularly is the way it fits in front of my camera setup, so it doesn't get in the way, whereas you see a lot of times when you're talking to people, you see the boom, you see the mic hanging in front of them. This is compact enough. When I used it, it was at about a 2 to 3 foot distance as well, and it picked up just fine. And I thought it worked very well, picking up some of the nuances between the flute and the guitar. And vocally, it worked like a charm. Another thing, and I kind of forgot to mention this, and I really didn't dive into it, I still have to take a little time and do so, is this comes with the Ableton Live Lite 11. Now this is, from what I hear, a great, everybody that uses Ableton swears by it. I've talked to the people at Cirque and all kinds of places. They all love it, and it sounds like it would be a lot of fun to use if you are producing music. So this is a real bonus when it comes to such an affordable microphone to get this as well. So that is one more thing to think about. If you are interested, go to akg.com for more information. This has been Raul for Bass Musician Magazine. So, if you are interested in finding more information about this, simply go to akg.com and you can get more details. Also, before I forget, I did not dive into the Ableton Live feature that comes with this. And that is a whole other great thing because I keep hearing people talk about Ableton. Sounds like it's a great program and it comes with this free. So I don't think you can go wrong. Anyway, akg.com. This has been Raul for Bass Musician Magazine. Bringing you the latest and the greatest in the world of bass and things for us bass players and musicians.